A powerful man will call you and tell you these 5 words. You are about to receive a call that will not feel ordinary. And the moment it comes, you will sense that it carries more weight than a normal conversation. This is not someone reaching out casually. And it is not a random interaction that will pass without meaning, because the person behind this call has been observing, thinking, and deciding for longer than you realize. The timing of this moment is not rushed, and it's not forced, because it has been building quietly while you were focused on your own path. This man carries influence in his own space, and he is not someone who moves without intention or speaks without thinking through what he is about to say. When he reaches out, it will be because he has already made a decision within himself. And that decision is connected to how he sees you, what he believes you are capable of, and what role you can step into next. He is not calling to test you, and he is not calling to waste your time, because people who carry this kind of presence do not move in uncertain ways. You may not expect it when it happens, and you may even question it at first, because the shift it brings will feel sudden from your side. However, from his side, nothing about it is sudden, because he has taken time to observe your consistency, your growth, and the way you handle yourself in situations that require stability and awareness. He has been paying attention in ways that were not obvious to you. And that is why the moment of contact will feel like a sudden change, even though it has been forming over time. When he speaks to you, there will be a level of clarity in his words that stands out immediately, and you will not have to search for meaning or try to interpret what he is saying. He will communicate directly, and he will say what he intends without confusion, because he understands the value. Because he understands the value of being clear when something important is being presented. And they will not be empty, because they will carry the weight of the decision he has already made. Those words will confirm something that has already been set in motion, and that will open a direction that shifts how you see yourself moving forward. And it is not just about opportunity, because it is about stepping into a position that reflects a level you have already reached, but may not have fully acknowledged within yourself. The title being released is not something you are borrowing or stepping into without preparation, because it is aligned with the work you have already done. You have been building quietly, even in moments where you feel unseen or uncertain about whether your efforts were leading somewhere meaningful. There were times when progress did not feel visible, and there were moments when you question if things were truly moving in the right direction. What you did not see is that your consistency was creating something that others could recognize, even when you were not focused on being noticed. This is where everything connects. The call is not just an announcement. It is not just a conversation that brings temporal excitement. It is an acknowledgement. It is an acknowledgement and noun placed in front of you in a way that requires you to step forward without hesitation. The title that is being released is not something that will sit on the surface, because it will come with a responsibility, expectation, and a new level of awareness in how you carry yourself. You may feel a mixture of surprise and readiness at the same time, because even though the moment feels new, there is a part of you that understands it. That understanding will come from the work you have already done, the growth you have experienced, and the way you have continued to move forward even when things were not fully clear. This is not about becoming someone different. It is about stepping into something that has already been forming within you. When the call ends, you will not return to the same position you were in before it began, because something will have shifted. Something will have shifted in a way that changes how you see your path moving forward. The direction will feel more defined, and the sense of uncertainty that once existed will begin to fade. And when those 5 words are spoken, they will not feel like a question or a possibility. They will feel like a decision that has already been made, waiting for you to step into it without looking back.